Irina Zarutska boarded a train at 10 o'clock at night in Charlotte, but she never made it home. She left in a body bag with knife wounds to the neck. Viewer discretion, the surveillance footage is graphic. We have it, and we're going to cut out of it just a second before she gets stabbed. Irina was a Ukrainian refugee. She just finished her shift working at a pizza place. She was wearing her work uniform. She gets on the train, sits in front of a black male in a red hoodie. 4.5 minutes later, the man pulls a knife from his pocket, unfolds it, and begins to plunge it into the 23-year-old's neck. Irina was slashed 3 times and left for dead. After the murder, the killer was seen wandering through the train, still clutching the bloody knife, leaving a trail of blood. The killer then took off his bloody hoodie and walked off the train like nothing happened. Irina fled Ukraine in 2022 when Putin started bombing, but she died in North Carolina, riding public transportation. Here was the president just this morning.
I just give my love and hope to the family of the young woman who was stabbed this morning or last night in Charlotte by a madman, a lunatic. Just got up and started. It's right on the tape. Not really watchable because it's so horrible, but just viciously stabbed. She's just sitting there. So they're evil people. We have to be able to handle that. If we don't handle that, we don't have a country.
What kind of monster stabs a woman to death? His name's DeCarlos Brown, 35 years old. He's homeless, and he's been arrested 14 other times. Felony larceny, robbery with a dangerous weapon, assault, shoplifting, public threats. He was sentenced to 7 years for armed robbery. And when he was out on parole, he was arrested for beating up his own sister. But he was never sent back to prison. Earlier this year, he got in more trouble, this time for faking 911 calls. But the judge released him on no cash bail. He was placed on psychiatric monitoring since he'd been diagnosed as a schizophrenic, but obviously he wasn't monitored. This should be a national story, but it's not. A beautiful, innocent Ukrainian refugee was murdered in cold blood in an American city. And the mainstream media has been silent. We're accepting refugees like Irina because they'll be killed if they stay in Ukraine. This is legitimate case for asylum, unlike the scams at the southern border. Democrats told us people like Irina are special.
I've announced 2 days ago we will welcome 100,000 Ukrainian refugees.
Our collective responsibility to ensure the safety and well-being of these refugees.
We have a moral responsibility in the world, as every other country does too, to receive refugees who have a well-founded fear of persecution or harm to return to their own country.
Now, if you have a moral responsibility to receive a refugee like Irina, don't you have a moral responsibility to say something when she's murdered, when you can't protect her? Nancy hasn't said a thing. Outside of North Carolina, no Democrat has. Every politician in the country had something to say the last time surveillance cameras caught a death on a train. The Daniel Penny case was a national sensation. And usually when a blonde-haired, blue-eyed woman gets killed, the media goes wall to wall. Gabby Petito, Natalie Holloway, the Idaho sorority sisters. Why not this time? The Democrat mayor of Charlotte says we should show the killer compassion. Tragic incidents like these should force us to look at what we are doing across our community to address root causes. We will never arrest our way out of issues such as homelessness and mental health. Root causes is what you say to make yourself look deep, but really it's just a dodge, like Kamala the borders are. After the Charlotte City Council held a meeting on the murder, they ate cake. Mayor Lyles stopped the proceedings and threw a birthday party for a member of the city council. The governor, Josh Stein, waited until today to say Irina's name, 2 weeks after she got stabbed to death. But when he was attorney general and George Floyd died, he started a task force.
The Task Force for Racial Equity and Criminal Justice will consider and implement measures that can bring about meaningful change to the criminal justice system.
You know what that task force did? It reimagined policing and created alternatives to arrests and, of course, eliminated cash bail for a whole host of crimes. They even hired a DEI consultant to make sure black convicts don't serve too much time. Now, a white woman gets slashed to death by a schizophrenic black ex-con, and the media is blaming the cameras. Quote, the video is easily shared or leaked and can instantly pollinate across social media, a visual counterpoint to statistics showing crime decreases. Ah, yeah, the video of a murder is making it harder for them to convince you crime's down. Brian Stelter says it's racist to share the video.
It's being used, as you said, Brianna, as a political symbol, with MAGA media calling for more forceful punishments and more incarceration. I have to say, some of the replies to Musk, some of the comments around this story are baldly racist, stoking fear of African Americans because this man attacked a white woman. The open racism on sites like X today, it's eye-popping.
So CNN is complaining that people are bringing up race? CNN brings up race in cooking segments. CNN not reporting the story is actually what's racist. This isn't just a one-off. In Philly over the weekend, a woman was just executed in broad daylight, just blocks from the Liberty Bell.
A woman is gunned down and killed in Center City, Philadelphia. Police say it was just before 6 o'clock near 11th and Chestnut Streets. Investigators say the woman was rushed to the hospital where she died a short time later. Police say they do have a suspect in custody but are not yet releasing their identity. Police working to piece together what led to this fatal shooting.
In Chicago this weekend, 18 shot, 6 killed. What does everything have in common? Black suspects, career criminals who keep catching breaks by the justice system. In Washington, D.C., the average homicide suspect has 11 prior arrests. People with that many priors are telling society, if you don't incarcerate me, it's only a matter of time before someone dies. But cities would rather run these ex-cons through rehab programs and get rich. Restorative justice, just another name for saying crime pays. Donald Trump's had enough.
We're all people of religion, but there are evil people, and we have to confront that. When you have horrible killings, you have to take horrible actions.
Now, if we don't confront evil, evil spreads. Just look at history. America needs a true war on crime. Bring back 3-strike laws, mandatory minimums. You got to take the discretion out of the hands of these lunatic judges and DAs. But the media would rather wage a war on Trump than a war on crime.
That, darling, that's fake news.
Well, why would you leave the Department of Defense?
Listen, be quiet. Listen. You don't listen. You never listen. That's why you're second rate. We're not going to war. We're going to clean up our cities. We're going to clean them up so they don't kill 5 people every weekend. That's not war. That's common sense.
Chicago has the most murders of any American city for 7 straight years. The politicians don't want the guard, but the people do.
I'm from Chicago originally, and I do support that. Chicago is a war zone. I really am in favor of what he's doing in D.C. with it. How can you be more BLM than saving their lives?
But you know that crime is down already.
Yeah, but you also know that it's high. I mean, carjacking, even the mayor said carjacking went down 86%. Come on.
New York wants it too.
Do you think we need the National Guard on the streets here?
What?
National Guard on the streets to help with crime.
Maybe more.
You think National Guard or just more police?
More police.
What about armed military?
I think it's good. If we are going to be safe,
then you're all for it.
Yes.
There are neighborhoods in Chicago more dangerous than Iraq. We shouldn't see women executed in Center City, Philadelphia, and Charlotte should be safer than Ukraine. And we should all agree, riding a train shouldn't be a death sentence. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.